Folks, let's jump in here tonight. We got so much to talk about, it's unbelievable. We really do. I just speaking to Lieutenant McCoy off there a little bit and sharing some things with him and told him to make yourself at home tonight. Just family out here listening tonight. And I'm sure that this man has to be getting a little nervous. I'm sure that he knows by now that his program interview went viral on the net over the weekend. I'm amazed at how far it's went. About every online news magazine that I know of has got it. Radio shows, hosts calling me to be on their radio shows. Other people that are, in the know are calling and asking questions. And I don't know. It's just, but this has been a bombshell as far as actually opening people's eyes to the truth. And Lieutenant McCoy from North Carolina is an officer in North Carolina. He's going to be sharing a lot of things with us tonight, folks, and we'll be taking phone calls too, if at all possible. But I must ask you, please, limit your questions or comments just to one question, one comment, and do it quickly. After the bottom of the hour, take phone calls at 855-242-8824. And first-time callers, you will go to the front of the line. If you're a police officer or military, retired or whatever, you will go to the front line also. 855-242-8824. Lieutenant, thank you for having the courage and the Christian love in your heart to join us tonight.
Sure, I appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you, brother. I cannot begin to tell you how proud I am to know you via radio and what you're trying to do and the truth you're telling to the people. Thank you so much for having the courage to do this. I know you care for the people. You want to do this. You're putting your whole, not only your career on the line, you're putting your life on the line, aren't you?
Yes, sir, I certainly am. And if I could, I'd just like to say I've done a lot of praying, and I got two special Christian friends that I've kind of talked with, and we figured it was time for the truth to be released.
Well, we got a lot of things covered tonight, but I don't want to rush through any of them if I can help it. And folks, I promise we'll get to your phone calls if we can. But again, Lieutenant, would you mind telling the people, as briefly as you possibly can, what you do know firsthand that's coming down probably in the next 2 or 3 months in this country?
Yes, sir. Like I told you in the other program, the local law enforcement is training with the military, with drones and choppers. And the training locally here began basically in May of 2012. Now, it's not something new, but it's something that they've really stepped up with.
Okay, now what kind of training and what other plans you think for the future? Just lay it all out, just like you've been told it.
Yes, sir. It's basically I'll lay it out there for you. It's not really a secret to a lot of law enforcement officers here that's on the side of God and country. We know the feeling, and we all feel it, and they plan on a total all-out gun confiscation. And it's just simple. I mean, it's just that way. Basically, how they've got the law enforcement agencies tied in was with all these federal government funding programs. It didn't make any difference what an agency wanted. For specifically the last couple of years, they've just poured and poured and poured millions and billions of dollars into local law enforcement agencies. Now the federal government owns them, and they have pretty well have to do what they say do if they want to continue.
Oh yeah, you suck off the federal ticket, they're going to ask you to pay them back. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Now, I lost my train of thoughts. Many questions come to my mind. I can't keep up with them. As far up as you know, who's behind this? As far up as you know,
it goes way high.
Okay.
I'd rather not say exactly what I do know, but I do know it goes high in the federal government.
Well, you do know that Illinois, as we speak, has got a bill proposed that would outlaw any kind of more than probably single-shot rifle or handgun, whether it's lever actions, pump actions, whatever. You know that, right?
Yes, sir. I did hear that. Yes, sir.
And they would not grandfather anything. They'd all be turned in or confiscated. Do you foresee that happening cross country?
Yes, sir, I do. And one of the main training sessions for this, and I know people's hashed over this, but I know it for a fact, that Hurricane Katrina was just a training session for local law enforcement agencies across the country.
Yes.
And if you'll notice, they never utilized their own departments there. They brought in law enforcement agencies from out of state. They brought in National Guard from out of state to see how things would work. And now they're carrying on with that training to the local law enforcement agencies. And old law enforcement officers always call it the old knock and talk rule, but it's not a law. It's a rule.
Yes.
That's what their intentions is to carry through with the knock and talk. And you can either let them in by invitation or they will come in.
Yeah, that in Hurricane Katrina, they literally arrested people, and the one video went viral. That little lady had a handgun. She was holding it, and they tackled her with it. And they did do gun confiscations after Katrina. The mayor said we're going to do it, and they did it. Now
there won't be any tackling this time, Pastor Butch.
Won't be any what now?
There won't be any tackling anyone this time.
This time be what then?
Be total force, deadly force.
You mean, okay, gotcha. So there's no point in trying to reason with him, is there?
No, sir.
Won't do a bit of good. Do you foresee foreign troops on this?
I haven't. I know there's a lot of them training, especially in the southern state military bases, but I have not. That's one thing I have not seen or heard.
Well, now, you said that about 3/4 of the law enforcement that you know will not go along with this, right?
Yes, sir, that's correct. Mm-hmm.
So will they stand up and fight with us or just go home?
Yes, sir, they will.
They're
going home with their families just like I am.
And they will stand with us on this and fight?
Yes, sir, they plan on standing on the line because it's all on the line for us.
Yes, it is. Well, now, do the gung-ho joint heads, as you call them, I saw a T-shirt on one the other day that's unbelievable. Well, I don't get into that on the air, but that said something about being a cop and you don't F with cops.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this. There was a time I may have been fired for that, but nonetheless,
I can believe that one.
Well, it's really sad. I mean, it's really sad. These young bald punks think that just because we're getting some years on us, so we're just going to roll over and play dead.
Yes, sir.
You know, I told one time, I'm told to fight and too fat to run. I'll just shoot you. You know, I mean, I can't keep up a 19-year-old through the woods anymore. I know that, but that's not the point. But these guys that know that these gung-ho idiots, don't they know that they're going to be used for cannon fodder?
Yes, sir. They don't really realize that. They're not even thinking. Most of them can't think that far ahead. But, you know, once the mission's completed for them, that's exactly what they'll be, is cannon fodder. Because they won't be needed any longer, sir.
Well, in the process of carrying this mission out, they're going to be a lot of them going to be taken out. You know that.
Yes, sir.
I don't expect everyone in the country to just roll over and hand their guns in and say I quit. I don't see that happening.
No, sir. There'll be a lot of them, and a lot of it won't be true. There'll be a lot of coverage of people standing in line to turn in their firearms because that's the right thing to do, and oh geez, it's horrible.
Now I'm going to ask my board op, if you can, Charles, cancel the next commercial intersection. If you can, please stop the next few. You can do it. Okay, you can do it. I just want to ask. All right, because there's so much cover tonight. Now, what do you see happening that will cause this huge move towards confiscation?
It's inevitable. They want it, and they're going to do it. They've been ordered to do it, and they're going to do it. They intend on carrying through with it.
Well, do you see a catalyst behind it? I mean, what are they going to use to cover it up? Do you think it's going to be an economic collapse before they do this, or what?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
The economic downfall will be the beginning of it. And if I can interject this, a lot of and don't take me wrong what I'm saying, Pastor, but they're using folks like you and AJ to keep the fire burning hot. That's what they want. And until the last minute, you guys don't have anything to worry about.
All right, break it down a little more. What do you mean?
In other words, the government wants you guys to keep pouring gas on the fire and make it bigger and hotter. They call it fanning the flames.
So
See, I have a far bigger background than just a law enforcement officer.
Well, so what you're saying is they want us out there. They won't bother us for a while. They'll take others down first.
Yes, sir. You'll be the first ones to go down, along with the communication systems.
Okay. But they want. Are they actually looking for a fight? Is what they want to do? Pick a fight?
Yes, sir. They are, but they want us to start it this time because they realize what backfired on them before.
Well, now, if there's an economic collapse, and if that's part of the plan, are they waiting for the chaos to come from that before they start making the move?
Sir. Yes, sir. That's what they're waiting for.
Now you've heard that firsthand, right?
Yes, sir. I have.
And what kind of timeline do you see on this?
It's kind of hard to actually pick, but the way the news is going right now, and I don't mean from regular TV, but but the sources are saying is sometime it could be any time from 30 to 45 days to as far as 6 months, according to how long it takes them to get everything in line.
Okay, hang on to the break, please, Lieutenant. Let's
right,
back at the break. The next half hour with your phone call, like I said, we'll get all the calls when we can, but limit to one comment or one question, please. 855-242-8824. Folks, what we've been talking about for almost 20 years in the radio is coming about now. Are you listening now? Are you paying attention now? Are you paying attention now?
Life Change Tea detoxifies. GetTheTea.com. It's only about $1 a day. Receive more energy. GetTheTea.com. Lose weight. GetTheTea.com. It's purifying. GetTheTea.com. It works immediately. GetTheTea.com. It's too easy. GetTheTea.com. We challenge you. GetTheTea.com. What's the phone number? 928-308-0408. What did you say? 928-308-0408. I didn't get that. 928-308-0408. Will it work? Yes. GetTheTea.com. Unmatched. GetTheTea.com. This gets in your head. GetTheTea.com. That's the idea.
Pastor Butch has tried and fully endorses the tea.
Quantitative easing, unemployment at depression levels, Europe financial system falling apart, China getting out of U.S. treasuries. At the end of 2008, the time of TARP, the national debt was at $11 trillion, gold trading around $850 per ounce. Close to 2012, the national debt exceeded $16.4 trillion, gold doubled to $1,600 per ounce. The $20 trillion threshold for the national debt is inevitable. Politicians in Washington have a ferocious appetite for spending and stimulus. What's worse, a printing press to finance. 100 years ago, we had a gold standard to limit this madness, but now you have to adopt your own gold standard. Don't be fooled with paper promises. Get Midas Resources 10 Reasons to Buy Gold free by calling 800-686-2237. Understanding the gold and silver market may be the only insurance you could have to avoiding the next economic crisis. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order your free copy. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. One tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
Are you still a traditional smoker? Now experience a new lifestyle and try vaping with e-cigarettes by LeSig. Imagine no ashes, stains, nasty smell, or coughing and hacking. With LeSig e-cigarettes' revolutionary microelectronic technology, rechargeable battery, and unique replaceable cartridge, you'll get all the benefits and satisfaction of smoking without the hazards. Choose your taste from a wide variety of our new American-made vape-free e-liquids at LeSig.com. And LeSig smokes the competition by serving thousands of worldwide customers with real people customer service, fast, free, same-day shipping, and a 30-day warranty and satisfaction guarantee. So are you ready for a new vaping lifestyle? Then call 870-518-4307. That's 870-518-4307. Or visit LeSig.com, spelled LECIG.com. LeSig e-cigarettes for today's modern smoker.
They preach liberty to a people who love their liberty.
Hey, folks, we are back. Another question going to be to you now. How much do you love the liberty you have left? And folks, we have very little left. If our founding fathers could see what we've allowed to happen in this nation, they'd probably hang all of us and start over again. They start with the preachers, and I'm one of them. They would start because the pulpits were the flame that set this nation on fire for a revolution in the 1700s. The pulpits today are nothing but a bunch of panty-waisted pimps out there tonight in this country. But anyway, back to our guest. By the way, I just found out, Lieutenant, that on one video alone, I know but at least a dozen different online papers and clips going up, and on one alone, we had 22,000 hits this day alone. So the word's getting out there, okay? And just on one of them. See,
I'm
you can
glad
figure
the word's getting out, but I don't want the notoriety for it. I'm just doing what the Lord wants me to do.
That's it. But don't you know that you're reaching some people? So I would say, with all of them combined, a quarter million hits easily today. So we are reaching the people. But anyway, as your elected officials, not just law enforcement, but your state senators, local representatives, whatever, are they informed about this?
Some of them are, yes, sir. I've been in touch with one local representative that really he's in line. He knows what's going on.
What are their plans to try to stop it, if any?
They're asking, what can I do alone? And they're scared to the point of not knowing who to try to approach about it.
Well, the sheriffs in your state, the sheriff's departments in your state that you know, do you know if any of those are going to stand with us in this and maybe deputize people in the county to fight with us?
We have about 100 counties in Rowan County, to be exact, in the state. And there's probably 45% that's good, I'll say honest, God-fearing sheriffs that's not going to stand. They're not going to stand with the government. They're going to stand with the people.
But do all your gung-ho friends realize this?
No, sir, they don't.
They don't know it or don't want to know it?
They don't want to know it. They don't want to realize it. They don't want to think about it. And they just want to let things go. Don't worry, be happy. Everything's going to be fine.
Well, now, there's no way that 1/4 of the law enforcement can enforce all this on 3/4 of other law enforcement. Do they really think they can pull this off?
Well, basically what their plans are, and it's more than just the weapon situation. The reason for the local law enforcement recruiting is so they'll have someone working with them that can work with anyone, someone that knows the area, knows the people, the local mindsets and the moods, possible pockets or areas of resistance, and that includes farms, dairy farms, cattle farms, anything that could give sustenance or support to the resistance.
So they're going to do what with them?
Yes, sir. They're going to close them down to make sure that they can't support with sustenance or anything else, or hide anyone.
They're going to close local farmers down?
Yes, sir.
How about the suppliers of food, grocery stores and little mom and pop stores?
They don't care about us, sir.
They
got one agenda, and they intend to achieve it.
So they're going to shut down the farmers, but they're not going to bother the food suppliers.
Oh, they'll take the local farmers. They'll take their supplies and stuff, but it'll be for them.
But I mean, as far as the grocery stores and other little stores that may support the resistance, would they also attack them and take them down?
Now that I'm not sure of. I haven't heard any discussion on that, sir.
I mean, there must be some huge preparation going on behind our backs, because this is a logistical nightmare for them to be able to do all this.
This has been in the planning since the mid-'80s, sir.
That is a fact. That I do know.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I can say that specifically because I was involved in the early 80s up until the beginning of Operation Desert Shield with a special operations group at a military base that started training law enforcement officers. It was always denied, but it went on the base all the time.
Are you telling your friends that you can tell to prepare themselves with materials and well, after the break, ask a question. Plus, we got a boatload of phone calls, okay? 855-242-8824. Again, folks, the lines are busy. Keep calling. You'll get through. But keep your questions or comments down to one, please. Give everybody a chance to get on.
Satan's army roams the land, seeking souls of fallen men.
Are you tired of searching for great talk radio?
Something more important.
Search no more. We are the GCN Radio Network.
Hello folks, listen up. We have some great news for all of you. Are you looking for educational videos you can share with your friends and family 24 hours a day? If so, visit PastorButch.tv right now. There you will find hundreds of hours of Pastor Butch's teachings, all of his seminars, and much, much more available, all for you to enjoy and learn from right at PastorButch.tv. Now for only 15 cents a day, you can access this powerful resource. That's just $5.95 a month or $59.95 a year. Payable by PayPal right on PastorButch.tv or by check, cash, or money order by writing to Call to Decision Ministries, 224 Herd Road, Nettie, West Virginia, 26681. Now go there, sign up at PastorButch.tv. The website again is PastorButch.tv. If you have any questions, be sure to call 1-800-777-4403. That's 1-800-777-4403. Support Butch and Call to Decision Ministries and sign up today.
You've come to expect winter specials from Herbal Healer Academy, and we're not going to let you down. Battle through cold and flu season with powerful, natural, and safe flu fighters. Antivirals like olive leaf extract capsules and elderberry power. Vitamin D3, 180 caps, only $9. Beta-glucans and an incredible immune system booster. Our own 4-herb tea capsules and Respa 8, all specially priced during the winter sale at herbalhealer.com. Also, exclusive homeopathic detoxes for lungs, kidneys, liver, whole body, and lymph are on sale. Herbal Healer Academy offers correspondence courses to teach you how to handle your health naturally. And as always, new customers get a free 128-page catalog with your order. Log on and save big now when you hit the winter specials at herbalhealer.com. Healing the world with nature, one person at a time since 1988. Celebrating 25 years in service to the natural health care industry.
Do you owe the IRS money that you can't pay? Are tax liens and levies ruining your life? Are you tired of being afraid just to go to the mailbox? If this describes you, then Dan Pilla can help.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax problems for more than 30 years. In fact, I wrote the book that made it possible to negotiate settlements with the IRS, and I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. New changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever before eliminate their debts once and for all. There's no need for you to suffer another day with IRS debt. Call 800-346-6829. I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
Folks, we are back, and before I do a prayer request tonight for a premature young boy, Nolan, born today, 3 pounds old. Please keep him in your prayers that our Father will give him a healthy life and help the family get through this little crisis. Okay, if you had children, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Nolan's a little fellow's prayer. Keep your name, keep in your prayers, please. Brother, about to ask you right before the break. And by the way, folks, if you're out there tonight, and I'm going to say this too before I forget, if you don't mind, Lieutenant, I attended a militia meeting several years ago in Kentucky, Knob Creek, Kentucky. Went down there were 600 people there, Lieutenant, with guns and walking around in a camo, really macho type, gun-ho type guys and women. I went into the tent to preach that day, as I was asked to, and maybe there were 12, 15 people there. I knew right then that the militia was a joke. If they're not if they're not looking for the direction of the Almighty God, forget it. And when the head of this militia was arrested, Charlie Puckett, who passed away a couple of years ago, was arrested, only myself and one other man contacted his wife to help her. Now, I'm not bragging on me. The point of it is, we got a bunch of macho wimps out there. And this is why it really had me a little bit frightened, Lieutenant, that these macho morons will go out and pick a fight because they want to act macho. They don't have any kind of guidance except their own manlyhood and a bunch of wimps. They'll go out to and want to egg on a fight. A true believer, a strong man, never picks a fight. He defends himself.
That's correct, sir.
So, on individual levels, when you talk to your family, your friends, are you telling them to prepare for something?
Yes, sir, I do. My main words are, if you could speak to my friends, they'd say that I always say, trust in the Lord and prepare to defend yourselves.
You tell them to buy food and water filters,
yes,
this type of thing also?
Yes, sir, from A to Z.
So you're expecting... Go ahead.
If I can interject one thing, and Alex Jones really does not know how correct he is about the training from that field manual he refers to, because that's where it's all coming from.
Well, that's been around for quite a while now, and exposed for Alex exposed this program years ago, and I know it did on mine also. This has been around for quite a while.
That didn't change their mindset.
Do I now?
That did not change their mindset because it was revealed.
Well, you know, this was kind of it's everybody's hopes, including mine and Alex, everybody else. Perhaps if we would alert enough people, they'll back off a little while. But it'll only be a little while.
I think you're right, and that's what I'm hoping and praying for.
You said, but you think, in your opinion, 3 months something could happen, and no later than 6 months. Is that your honest opinion?
Yes, sir, it is.
And what kind of signs are you seeing now coming about around you that you were told were going to happen? What are you seeing in the way of signs that indicating that this is going to happen?
The training and the info training. They have online computer training, and not all officers get it. Just the chosen or the roid heads, so to speak.
And info training mean what?
On the computer, you just go on and sign in, and you take a class, and it explains the situation and what the objective is.
Are you seeing any signs coming down from the government, perhaps the so-called fiscal cliff and all this phony baloney that you're doing with this? Do you see this as being a sign, indication there's something drawn near also?
In my opinion, yes, sir. From research and everything that I've done, yes, sir, that's all part of the plan.
From your higher-ups, and you've heard this, of course, from people with a higher pay scale than you, right?
Oh, exactly. Way higher than mine.
And are the ones in the hierarchy all for this? Or are they doing it now because it's a job? They plan on doing what you're doing when they vacate, or what do you see them doing?
It's their job, and they gonna stick with it. They want to stay on top,
no matter what.
Yes, sir.
Does it go as high as the governor?
I'd rather not say, sir.
Okay, you did mention the governor is one of Obama's picks, though, right?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And he's picked to be on one of the regional governors when this nation was into a regional system. Is that true?
That is exactly correct.
So we know, folks, we've been divided in 10 regions since 1970s at least. On our website, you'll find the regions. I'm in Region 3 in West Virginia. The world's been divided in 10 regions. Actually,
Yes,
folks,
sir.
that's true. And there will be 10 kings who cast their crowns at the feet of the Antichrist. They'll be the heads of those regions. It's all biblically falling before us right now.
Yes, sir.
Before I go to phone lines.
saying here is going by the book, and I'm referring to the Holy Bible.
Amen. Amen. If you were talking...
We can pray, we can put new people in office, and we can do everything within our power.
Yeah.
But we can't change anything the Lord has designated to happen.
Well, I just finished a teaching.
I mean, we can try and we can hope and pray that we can put it off. For God's sakes, people have to wake up. We're talking about our children, our grandchildren. I mean, and it's more than weapons. It's about our freedom.
Amen.
And when the guns are gone, don't think for a minute you won't be able to worship our Lord, the God.
No.
The creator of heaven and earth. He'll be out. And there's no place at all in the Muslim faith for democracy.
They don't know what the word is. They have no idea what freedom is. I don't think they have a word for it.
No, sir, they don't.
They don't. And it's not just a Muslim. It's Illuminati. It's a world powers, period. But,
yes, sir.
You know, I don't know how to explain this as clearly as I should, maybe, but they disarmed us spiritually a long time ago. The churches in this nation are useless. You know that.
Yes, sir.
As a whole, they're useless. So taking the weapons is the last thing. And let's just tell it like it is, Lieutenant. Most so-called Christians, and most people, period, but most Christians will not have enough backbone to stand, will they?
No, sir, they won't. But the ones that do stand are going to be the main targets.
Yes.
After the watchmen are taken out, and I consider you and Alex a watchman, and they want to take on the God-fearing Christian Americans, because once they figure they beat us into submission, then the rest will fall to the side.
Well, they're doing it in courts now. If businesses don't want to support homosexuality, and they're being sued by the sodomite perverts and winning the cases in court. They're taking this under right now. The hate crime bill has been signed, and I guess I'm a hate crimes preacher because I preach against sin. Period. So
I know it's not funny, but
it's really something you said. My grandchildren. I have 3 grown sons and 6 beautiful grandbabies, just like the Paugh, but they're beautiful children, and they know Paugh. Well, brother, they know Pawpaw's a wuss. But I'm going to say this. I say this out of love. Please, I say this sincerely. Don't pick on me. Leave me alone. I don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. No real man wants to fight. But we have to if you make it. So we have to do this. I'm talking up to the other side. Let's listen to this program, man. I know you do. I'm talking to them. Please don't force me to fight. You may take me out the first shot. I may not get a fire shot, but I am not going with you voluntarily. Please understand that. Don't bother me. All I want to do is be able to tell the truth, see people come to Christ, and stand for what's left of righteousness. If you're a cop or you're federal, I don't care who you are. I'm saying this out totally out of love. Don't force me as a pastor, as a Christian, to defend myself and my family. But I will. I don't want to, but I will. And also, if my brother Lieutenant here needs help, if I can get to his home, I'll be glad to help him also. I'm not ashamed of that. If we don't stand together, we're going to be in a huge trouble. We already are. I don't think we'll win the war anyway. But if we don't stand together, we'll be going down much faster, won't we?
Yes, sir, we will.
What do you want to say before we go to phone lines?
Well, I just have to reiterate the fact that, trust in the Lord and prepare to defend everything that's righteous and holy to you.
And does this affect you emotionally sometimes? Do you feel like crying sometimes?
I do, sir. I do cry. Because I see everything that Europe is full of white granite gravestones.
Yes.
These folks didn't want to die, but they died for our country, for our beliefs, our freedom, our families, and for the Father. And that's just the way I feel about it. And how can anybody ever, even if you see it on TV and not in person, all of those gravestones, I mean, that was a living, breathing body and a soul given to us by the Lord.
And so are the 60 million unborn babies.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad you mentioned that. Yes, sir.
You know, if we can't cry and weep over them, if we don't have enough men in this country to defend unborn life, then we certainly don't have enough men to defend freedom, and we don't deserve it. It's just that simple. Let's go to the phone line. Just start with a new caller, Catherine in Virginia. Catherine, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much for having me, and I have a quick comment and a quick question. I'll try to be as quick with my comment as I can because it's an opportunity to share intel that I was made aware of when I ran for delegate in my state after Obama became president, and that is this information, which may mean something to some of your listeners or a lot of your listeners. I'm a citizen of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and when I ran for delegate, I came across information that DynCorp, as I'm sure you all know, major, I don't even know what you call them. They're contractors, defense contractors, but they don't swear any oath to the Constitution. They just work for whoever pays them.
Mm-hmm. Mercenaries, yes.
And they're mercenaries, indeed, yes, sir. And right after Obama was installed in office, he gave DynCorp a $1 billion contract, which DynCorp subcontracted out to Blackwater, O'Gara, and other mercenary groups. Mm-hmm. And these groups set up part of their contractual agreement was that they would set up so-called training camps or schools within a 2-hour radius of D.C. And so that $1 billion contract was to set up a perimeter around D.C. Of mercenaries to protect
the city. Okay, good info.
And so I just wanted to throw that out there for whosoever wanted to know. And if you ever, I don't want to take up this gentleman's precious time.
Okay, well, what's your question?
I just thank you, sir, both of y'all, for risking your lives to inform the rest of us and keep us up to speed with what's going on. At any rate, my governor of the Commonwealth is the chair of the Council of Governors. And when I ran for office and speaking up for the Constitution and as an unashamed Christian, he personally came out and denounced my candidacy, which was so silly because I'm just a nobody, but I am a believer, and I was speaking the truth boldly. But since then, and this goes back to what the lieutenant referred to earlier when I heard
Catherine,
your initial...
we have to hurry, sweetheart. Go ahead. Got to hurry.
Your initial interview with him and talking about training with drones, my husband and I have eyewitnessed on one occasion as many as 4 drones fly over our home, and I'm just asking you, Lieutenant, to the best of your ability, how would you instruct or encourage those of us targeted and under siege? What can you recommend we do to prepare to the best of our ability?
Thanks, call, Catherine. Appreciate it. Very quickly, Lieutenant, what would you get? What would you tell her?
I would say just trust in the Lord is the main thing, because without Him, we're nothing, and we have no chance whatsoever.
Right. Okay.
And just try to keep a low profile as much as possible.
Okay, now you tell me. Okay. All right, let's go to Kelly, North Carolina. Kelly, we got to hustle. I'm sorry, I got to do this. What's on your mind, Kelly?
Oh, I think we're a little late in the game to keep a low profile now.
You're right. You're right.
First of all, I want to commend the lieutenant, and
yes.
We're in the same state. Not for sure where you at, but I got you 6.
Okay.
I appreciate that, brother.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Pastor, isn't it in the Bible where God commanded his folks to beat their swords into plowshares?
He said that there was a time when the swords were beat into pruning shear, but yes, yes, he told us prepare for battle. In Numbers chapter 1 is where you get the idea of the militia. It's in Numbers chapter 1. Read it for yourself, okay?
And
Good
there
call.
was a time where they had to reverse the process.
Absolutely. There's time when that's coming. It hasn't come yet.
Well, I didn't get that memo. That's all I want to say.
Good call. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cody, Wisconsin.
Okay. That I told you, your call person about, two National Guard armories, the 210 and the 211, Haywood County, North Carolina, and I believe it was Macon County, North Carolina, was put on alert today. Said that I've only found it on the newscast, local newscast here. I haven't found it on the internet yet, but said that their families not to worry, that it didn't mean that they were called up. They just wanted to acclimate them to what it would feel like if they were called up.
Okay, another training exercise. Thank you, Kelly.
And the gun show in Asheville is in question because we have a a councilman that thinks it's a good idea to cancel them because of Sandy Hook.
Oh, I hear that. Well, good call. Got to jump. Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate that. Cody, Wisconsin, come on in, sir.
Brothers, thanks for having the great courage, Lieutenant, to come on the air here and speak boldly. And I just want to make a comment, a secondary comment, that with disarmament comes genocide.
Yes.
Folks.
Yes.
Never surrender. Never surrender.
Amen. And Cody, we've already committed 60 million acts of genocide. We didn't defend them. Why should we be defended, right?
That's right. Last night, I'll say quickly, with my 9-year-old daughter, we watched YouTube clips of since 1915, around the early 1900s, where genocide went from country to country after disarmament.
Yes.
And she came in bed with me and my wife last night crying. I said to her, Autumn, would have been better if you didn't watch that last night or tonight. She said, no, I'm glad I seen that.
All right. Good for you, brother. Thanks for standing the ground, partner. Talk to you soon. Love you. Let's go to our brother Rod in Michigan. Rod, come on in.
Quick prayer, Pastor Butch. So much I could say, but I want to just take a brief prayer here, brother.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, I thank you for Lieutenant McCoy and Pastor Butch. I thank for Pastor Butch and people like Greg Evenson and a handful of those that stand and put the word, the almighty word of you, that expose all the murdered babies in our country, that stand up. If we have any weak, sissified men that are standing there, hide behind the sheets because they're afraid to speak up, such as these people, I ask that you get them out of the way.
Rod, we're going to break, Rod. Hang on to the break. Hate to interrupt prayer, we're going to the break. Look for the break, final segment, final phone calls, 855-242-8824. Don't forget, it'll be in the office from 9 to 4 tomorrow.
Satan's army roams the land, seeking souls of fallen men.
Reality check. What is most important in your life? Family, friends, career, retirement? What is your biggest fear? It is loss. Loss of family, loss of friends, and financial loss, or an economy collapse. But the true fact is, most people fear loss of life. And yet, millions of Americans abuse their body with toxic food and beverages every day. And they wonder why they take a ride to the hospital in an ambulance. It doesn't have to be that way. Introducing Life Change Tea, the small package with a mighty punch. This highly concentrated natural formula removes toxins and chemicals that collect in your digestive tract. It tastes good, and all you have to do is drink. It's that easy. Store this number in your cell phone, 928-308-0408. That's 928-308-0408. Or order online at getthetea.com. Getthetea.com.
Pastor Butch has tried and fully endorses the tea.
Can Heart and Body Extract help with other ailments besides heart conditions, high blood pressure, clogged arteries, or unbalanced cholesterol? It did for Karen.
I've been using Heart and Body Extract for approximately 2 weeks. I've had an earwax buildup problem for many years, with over-the-counter stuff not working at all. I had very poor hearing due to this earwax buildup. Well, after 2 weeks of taking Heart and Body Extract, my earwax buildup almost completely cleared up. Could this be the effect of better body circulation?
Heart and Body Extract is an effective 100% organic nutritional supplement specially formulated to allow your body to heal itself.
My hearing is almost completely back to normal. I'm amazed.
Order by calling 866-295-5305 or online at hbextract.com. That's 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for long and healthy life.
What do you do when your propane runs out and you don't have a large amount of wood for cooking? That's when you need a Grover rocket stove from StockStorage.com. The Grover Rocket Stove starts easily with any combustible material, like junk mail, small twigs, leaves, weeds, or dry sagebrush. Then just add a small amount of kindling wood, and you'll be cooking entire meals in minutes. Grover Rocket Stoves are made right here in the USA and are built to last a lifetime using heavy-duty, thick-gauge steel and are painted with high-temp paint to withstand heat. Go to StockStorage.com and see 3 great Grover Rocket Stoves, stainless steel, heavy-duty, or our original Grover Rocket Stove for only $135 and get free shipping to the lower 48. For phone orders, call 801-361-6984 or go to StockStorage.com. That's 801-361-6984 or StockStorage.com. The original Grover Rocket Stove minimal wood use cooking stoves, available exclusively from StockStorage.com.
Away, 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 roll the rebel Johnny.
Back we go. Rob, finish your prayer, sir. Very quickly. Go ahead.
Heavenly Father, I continue the prayer, and I ask that you raise men up in this country, men of valor, men to take a stand for you, for your word. I thank you for Pastor Butch's radio show, one of the very few in this country who preach truth with righteousness. I'm so grateful to have him as a friend and a brother. I thank you again for Lieutenant. And there's so much to pray for, Lord, but help us to remember your son who died for us, and that's what we stand for.
Yes.
Butch, I love you dearly, and let's keep Lisa Shaw's father in prayer. He's not doing well, folks. We love you all.
Good call. Thank you, Rod. Very quick, before the next phone call, Lieutenant, can you confirm FEMA camps?
Yes, sir.
And
they definitely exist.
Have you have first-hand knowledge of that?
First-hand knowledge, sir.
Okay. And what other parts of the government official will be involved other than DHS and federal marshals and ATF? Would it be like DEA and ICE and other places be involved in this also?
All federal enforcement agencies.
Even the IRS probably. I wonder. I mean, they carry guns. All right, Mark in Oregon, come on in. We got about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Pastor Butch, and can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Yes, God bless you, and Lieutenant McCoy. I wanted to ask you, Lieutenant McCoy, through your research and exposure to this system of evil here, the structure of evil, what have you seen or what have you extrapolated in the area of silent weapons for quiet wars, such as the laser beams, such as the electromagnetic pulse weapons, which are highly disabled. As far as antibacterial warfare, if you can comment, please.
Very quickly, if you don't mind, Lieutenant.
Well, let me say, the world was surprised when we attacked Baghdad.
Right.
But they have not shown their whole hand.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
God bless you, gentlemen.
Good call. That means we're up for a surprise. Randy in Georgia, come on in, Randy. Got about 30 seconds. Come on in.
You know, there's just as many unconstitutional laws at the state level. I don't know what department or agency the lieutenant works for, but he needs to be mindful of Ecclesiastes 5:5 and keeping his oath and not enforcing unconstitutional state laws. He's worried about the federal government.
Okay.
Sir, I can put you at rest. If it's unconstitutional, it's not enforced by me.
Okay. Good call. Good call. Good comment. Thank you. Appreciate that, Randy. Frank in North Carolina. Welcome, Frank.
Yes, Lieutenant McCoy, I definitely respect what you're doing, and thank you. You keep referring to the governor. Are you talking about the governor that gets signed in tomorrow, Pat McCrory in North Carolina?
Negative. No, sir.
Okay.
You're talking about the one that's going out tomorrow. Okay. How about the new one? How about him?
I think he's a fine man.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Good call, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Rick in Minnesota, you got about 20 seconds.
Pastor Butch?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The farmers you are talking about are the raw milk dairy farmers, which also sell chickens, eggs, and beef.
You're exactly right. You hit the nail on the head, sir.
Absolutely. The grocery stores are all incorporated. They'll do what they're told.
Okay. Good point. Good call. Thank you.
Hey, one more.
Okay.
Okay, Lieutenant, you painted a bullseye. You painted a bullseye on you.
I'm afraid I have, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Okay.
Do not say you're withholding evidence without a way to get that out.
Okay, well, we got to go. Next caller in line. Who is it from Virginia? Who is it again? Mick. Mick Wilkin, got about 15 seconds. I'm sorry, we're out of time. Go ahead, Mick.
This is Mick from New Mexico.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, hurry, Mick.
Okay, I'm going to very short first. Okay, hey, and Gio's been Jesus.
Amen. Okay, good call. I'm sorry, out of time. Lieutenant, thank you so much. I'm sure I'll be in touch with you sometime in the near future. If you hear anything, please feel free to call me, all right?
Okay, sir.
Can you hang on just for a second after we go off the air, please?
Yes, sir. I sure
Okay.
can.
Folks, we love you. We'll see you in the office tomorrow between 8 to 4. You heard it as clear as we can put it tonight. If you're not ready by now, you better hustle. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Seeking souls of